Hello, Divas, and welcome back to my channel. This is Lady Diva, and I'm coming to you guys with my Motivational Monday. Y'all be excited about Motivational Monday, and it keeps me excited. And last week, we started talking about how not to be a bridezilla, and I hit on 3 specific areas regarding things to help you prepare yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally to be the best bride and future wife that you can be. So today I was asked to make this a series. And so today I'm going to be talking about the importance of a clear, healthy, emotional image going into your next life. So you want to hear about emotional health today, then please stay tuned. Okay, guys, I'm going to talk today about one of the points that I did talk about in that video, and that's talking about emotional health. And so I think for women, because we are emotional beings and we are emotional creatures, emotional health is the hardest for us to attain when going into a new relationship, whether it be just being with boyfriend or actually somebody asking you to marry them and you becoming somebody's wife, or actually entering sometimes into friendships. Emotional health is really the hardest thing I think we have to conquer, and being emotionally healthy to move on. And so when we talk about emotional health, we're talking about anger, we're talking about joy, we're talking about pain, we're talking about love, we're talking about happiness, all those things that make up our emotions. And a lot of times with women, because we are emotional beings, those areas of our life, those parts of our psyche, that part of our heart gets hurt the most. We love hard. We love hard. We fight hard and we love hard. That's just the nature of who God made women to be. And so when our emotions are damaged, when we become unhealthy in our emotions, it affects everybody and everything around us. And y'all know that I'm telling the truth. Especially when we have children, those of us who have been single mothers, those of us who have gone through divorce, those of us who have gone through breakups, those of us who have suffered loss. I've gone through divorce and I've suffered loss from men I cared very, very, very much for. And so it was hard for me. And I raised my children as a single mom. Thank God for my mom who was there to help me, and for others who stepped in to help me with my children. But it was hard. And I'm a very strong person by nature. And so what I did is I covered up those emotions of hurt and pain and rejection and not understanding what was happening with toughness and stiffness, and and it was detrimental in so many areas, and not just to me, but to my family, and I didn't do anything with malicious intent, but it was just how I responded and reacted to the hurt that I was inflicted upon and that I had to deal with. And so before I came into the marriage that I am in now, I've been married for, it'll be almost 3 years. I love my husband dearly. And he actually came along as an answered prayer. He wasn't what I was looking for or who I thought was for me, but he was an answered prayer. And I'll be talking about that later on, maybe in the next video. But he was an answered prayer. He was just who and what I needed for the type of person that I am. And I'm thankful for him. But in any case, I had to go through some healing. And sometimes when we go through things in life and we survive them and we come out stronger and we come out better, we think, oh, I got it. I'm cool. I'm good. I don't need to be healed. I don't need to let go of nothing. I'm all right. I'm good. But in essence, when God sends somebody along in your life that will expose some of that stuff that's been deep, deep, deep hidden down in your heart and in your spirit and in your core, then it's like you got to go through that process all over again. And that's what happened with me. I thought I was good. Hey, my kids is raised. I had just suffered the loss of my ex-husband, who was one of my very best friends. Loved him from so many years, and he had passed on, and it broke my heart. But I was like, no, I got to be strong for my kids. I got to be strong for my babies. He was an amazing father to them, and I had to be strong for them because they were hurting. And so I suppressed so many different feelings. I suppressed so many different emotions because I was trying to be strong like I had always been for everybody else. But then it came to that point that if I wanted to be successful and have a healthy marriage and relationship with somebody else, my walls had to come down and I had to be broken. And I was thankful for God because he said in his word that a broken and contrite spirit he will not despise. And so it's okay for us to be broken women. Those of us who are strong, it takes nothing from us it takes nothing from our strength. It takes nothing from our courage. It takes nothing from the surviving that we have already done when we break. When we allow ourselves to be healed, when we allow God to come in and soothe us and comfort us, and then allow someone that he has ordained for our lives to come in and comfort us and cover. I'm helping somebody cover us. And that's what my husband came in and did. He covered me and he helped build me back up where I allowed myself to be vulnerable. And there's so many of us out there who don't want to be vulnerable because we say, oh, that makes us weak and this, that, and the other. Young generation of women, let me help y'all out today. Vulnerability does not mean weakness. The devil is a liar. Let me help you. Vulnerability just means that you still have the capability to love. You still have the capability of to be who God created you to be. That's all it is. We were created with vulnerability. And when you can reach back into that and allow that part of you to be open, you're allowing the anointing and the power and the essence of God of who he made you to be to come forth. And believe me, that is attractive to a man that wants to cover you. I just helped somebody right there. I helped somebody right there with that. So it's okay to be vulnerable and allow that person to come in and cover and help heal those wounds that you've allowed to scab over. Come on, somebody. Instead of allowing them to heal. And then because sometimes scabs can be detrimental because scabs can be peeled off and that wound is exposed. But when you allow somebody to come over and cover that with medication and love and comfort and hugs and encouragement, somebody, then they will scar. And those scars can be your stars because all that scar is simply of look what I've gone through, but it's fading and it's healed and I'm getting back to who I am supposed to be. This is Lady Diva, guys, with just another Motivational Monday, talking about how not to be a bridezilla, how not to be a wifezilla, talking about the state of emotional health. If you love this video, please share it because it's going to help somebody else going through something, y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And please remember, don't let anybody tarnish your shine. Kill your dreams or rain on your parade, because you and I both know that we all are truly destined for greatness. Leave some comments in the comment section. I will respond. I love you all so much, and I will see you next week in the next video. Bye-bye.